Welcome to VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. I know I'm fashionably late. I know I am fashionably late, but that is okay. Cristiano Ronaldo had a lot to say in that interview, and let's just say, preach, brother, preach. Finally, somebody is singing the same song that I've been singing for ages. Somebody's singing the same song that I've been singing for ages. Some of those players, to me, don't have that winning and winners mentality. They don't understand how criticism works. They don't understand what it takes to be a winner, what it takes to be a leader, what it takes to bounce back and not take the path of least resistance when a challenge is presented, instead of cowering, instead of going into a shell because the pressure's there, going into a shell because you don't like the challenge, you don't want the challenge. Everything is comfortable, everything should be comfortable, everything should be easy. It doesn't work that way. And it's easy to tell. It's easy to tell if you are someone who accepts challenges. When you are someone who accepts the challenge, know how difficult it's going to be. Even if you fail or you come up short, you know what it takes to get back up. You know what it takes to bounce back. You know the effort, the amount of energy you're going to have to put out there just to get not to the back to that level, but to get past that level where you actually failed at previous. This isn't easy. This isn't something that you can just snap your fingers and say alakazam, bam, I'm a champion, bam, I'm a winner, bam, I'm a leader, bam, I am a winner with a winner's mentality. You just can't teach it. You just can't give it away. You just can't expect the majority of the people to have this mindset. What you hope that you have enough of those mindsets to at least influence or possibly shame the losers. Yes, losers. Because if you think just putting in a performance sometime is okay, loser mentality, never gonna win anything, never gonna succeed, never gonna be anything but a bit part player, if that. So when Cristiano Ronaldo go off and says the thing that he says, I'm not gonna go back through all his quotes because, like I said, late entrance, fashionably late. Hopefully you got that already, and if not, go out and seek this information. Go out and seek this information. And I'm sure he's going to have critics. I'm sure there are going to be people that push back and say, oh, look at him, he's so arrogant. Oh, look at him, he's putting himself above and beyond the rest of the team, blah, 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 blah. He's saying things himself. He's putting a name to it. He's not hiding behind leaks. He's not hiding behind his favorite journalist. He's not hiding behind his favorite blogger. He's not hiding behind his favorite influencer, social media influencer. He's saying this with his chest. He's saying this for all to see and consume, and knowing that there's going to be some that push back and criticize, some that's not gonna like, some that's gonna say the things that I just mentioned. But that's what happens when you put yourself out there. That's what happens when you have confidence and you believe what you're doing is right, and you have the accolades and you have the experience and you have the evidence that it's right. And it wasn't like he was poo-pooing on teammates or basically calling them all losers like the majority of, or many of us have in the past. He's basically let some of us supporters, some of us fans know that a few, just Don't want the advice. Just couldn't be bothered. I already knew that. I got the receipts if you need them, if you want them. I already knew that. I've said it. Some of them aren't good enough. Some of them don't try hard. Some of them couldn't be bothered. Some of them are comfortable. Some of them are okay. Okay. And I've said this many times, and I can say it again, and I'll say it until my face turns blue. Losing shouldn't hurt us more than it hurt some of those players. Saying here we go again and just not really understanding the magnitude or the gravity of the loss. That baffles me. I can't understand that. I've tried to. I don't like losing. I don't like losing in anything. Losing hurts. Losing makes it hard to sleep. Losing makes it hard to focus. Losing makes it difficult. And that's why going and just doing the bare minimum after losing, to me, my world, that's not good enough. The losing hurts so bad, hurts so much, you don't want to ever do it again. You do everything in your power to try to not let it happen. Everything in your power to not let it happen because you don't want that. And I'm not even mentioning the fan part. I'm mentioning with what's inside, how you're made. And granted, I know everybody can't be the same. Everybody can't be winners. That's why there's different aspects of this that you can use, different aspects of this that you can motivate if you aren't self-motivated. Do you really want to let other people down? Do you really want to let your other teammates down? The one that depend on you? Because it is a team. And if that's the case, find something else. Do you want to let the coach down? The manager down? The people that saw enough into you to give you that contract? You want to let them down? If not, want to let your family down? Do you want your family saying or making excuses for you constantly? Or do you want to put in performance, or do you want to have your family and friends knowing they don't have to defend, knowing what they're saying is true, knowing they don't have to leak and say anything else because your performance speaks for itself? You got to find whatever motivates you. You got to find whatever that driving factor is for you. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. You got to go. You have to go. Winning isn't for everybody. Pressure isn't for everybody. That winning mentality isn't for everybody. But the majority of this team, this setup, it's got to change. Something's got to change. Something's got to be different. The players got to go. The ones that don't want to be there got to go. And I'm just happy. I'm just glad that Cristiano Ronaldo came out and said what he said. I'm sure it's going to ruffle some feathers. I'm sure it's going to be more detrimental than helpful because they didn't want his help to begin with. So coming out and saying that they didn't want his help, I'm sure that's not going to play well. But leaders aren't scared to ruffle feathers. Do I need to go back and name some past captains of Manchester United that did something like that? Do I? Or are you going to take your head and think? Seriously. But it's okay. It's okay, because I expect the same character assassinators to come out and do what they do best for the clicks, for the likes, for the everything else, and say what they need to say to drive opinion, say what they need to say the earth is flat, the moon landing was fake, all of those conspiracy theories in that realm. Yeah, I expect you to try to cover up and both sides the truth. But that's fine. You got your opinion. You have what you need to say. But the rest of us who actually can see and can actually process information, that can actually think for ourselves, independent thinkers maybe? Wait, that's taken. That's taken. But hey, do what you do best. Do what you do best, and the rest of us, hopefully, we'll see some winning mentalities. The rest of us, hopefully, will see winners come about. Because that's another thing. Players come and go. Managers come and go. We're here forever. We are here forever. And so unless you were born 10 years ago, unless you were born 13 years ago, unless you was born in the 2000s, you probably don't understand, because you wasn't old enough, or you aren't old enough. But I'd suggest you go and get in tune with the historical documents, because the manager, did he ruffle feathers? Was he a nice guy? Was he someone who would accept what we're accepting now, or what some of you are accepting now? I can't put myself in the boat. I stand out like an orange hat on a rainy day. But hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is.